Hey guys, Marcus here with BlackOvis. Today I'm in house with Mark Skousen, and we're here to talk about some lightweight pant options. Before us we've got the Granite Peak from BlackOvis, the King's Ridge, and the Sitka Ascent pant. Now, you've been testing these out all summer long. What are your thoughts?
Well, we are about a month away from season here, so this is a good time to hit this topic. Honestly, in full disclosure, the Sitka Ascent has been out for like 5 years plus, right?
Yep.
So probably have the most time on this pant, second most on the granites, and then this is a fairly new one for me. I haven't had a ton of opportunity other than this last couple months to really test this one out, but all really good lightweight options. Obviously there's some pros and cons depending on kind of your hunting style, honestly. Yep. So maybe we can just dive in and talk about each one of them and what makes them kind of unique and similar.
Awesome. Well, let's start with the Ascent then.
Okay, the Ascent pant is obviously, when you pick up the Ascents, they're just a really lightweight pant. They the fabric on these is kind of a nylon spandex mix, and when Sitka first announced these, they introduced it as part of their light and fast series. Mm-hmm. So pretty minimalistic. They don't have back pockets, which sometimes I'm like reaching back there and I'm like, dang, where's my back pocket? But I've gotten used to it. They obviously have some cargo pockets on the side. But this pant is super lightweight. It's not a treated pant, but it dries. My experience is it dries
extremely fast.
Really fast. So I wear this obviously in kind of early hunts, sitting in a blind. If it's if it's going to be 75 degrees or warmer, this is a really good option, just because of the lightweight nature of this pant. Because it does have a nylon finish, it's quiet, but you can hear it. You can hear it a little bit. So if I had to pick a negative about this pant, and I'm not trying to pick negatives, but have you ever noticed how many loopholes are on this?
There's a lot of loopholes on this pant.
And there's reasons why they did that, but you just need a slimmer line belt to go through these. But anyway, other than that, this has been a really solid performer. Probably my go-to pant for anything early season the last like 5+ years. So.
And even though you can hear this pant, I wouldn't hesitate to use this on early season deer archery where you want to be as quiet as possible. And Sitka did a lot to make this pant very lightweight. I mean, it comes in at 12 ounces, is that correct?
12 ounces, yeah.
Inside of the pockets are mesh backed. It's mesh backed inside of the pockets. So, I mean, you're going to be dumping heat through your pockets. I mean, you keep both of these open, and it contributes to just that weight factor as well. But this is probably the pant I have the most experience with, and I run this all summer long into September, really. I mean, through September. Once it starts getting a lot colder, I switch to probably the Apex pant, but this is a very, very solid pant all around.
Yeah, the other thing that's kind of cool about this, if you're antelope hunting in this pant or stalking mule deer and you like knee pads, these do have mesh knee pockets that you can slide the Sitka knee pads into. So I'm mostly archery elk, and I'm not crawling around on my knees that much, so I don't use the knee pads that much, but this pant does have that feature. Like you said, a really good option for early season.
And it's worth mentioning also that this has a pretty articulated fit. It's very tailored. It fits very well. You don't feel like you have extra material that doesn't need to be there.
They fit pretty true to size. I'm like 5'10", 32s fit almost perfect for me. So the other thing is this comes in subalpine camo, it comes in Optifade, and it also comes in a pyrite solid color. So you've got some options there with the Ascent pant.
All right, moving along to the King's Ridge pant. Now, I've never used this pant, but a bunch of guys in the office have, and this is actually one of their go-to pants. You're going to notice right off the bat that it's got a bit more material to it. It's not as light as this Sitka Ascent pant, but it has a few more features than that Sitka Ascent. What was your experience with this pant?
Yeah, I like this pant. It does come in a little heavier. It's like 18.7 ounces on this pant. You can just tell from the material that it's a stouter material. The makeup of this material is more of a polyester and a spandex, probably like 90% polyester and 10% spandex. So it is a 4-way stretch material, super comfortable. But some of the things that it has on it from a feature standpoint that like the Ascent doesn't, and why it weighs more, is obviously you've got like your everyday carry kind of a knife carrier here. You've got pockets that have flaps over, so your cargo pockets have flaps over them. It does have back pockets, which also have flaps over them, and idea is to keep stuff in your pocket, but just everything adds weight.
Yep.
So really like this pant. Like I said, I don't have a ton of experience other than like the last couple months on this pant. From a fit and finish standpoint, it's really good. It does fit a little baggier on me, a little baggier than either the Granite or the Ascent, just for me, but still not baggy. I mean, it fits good, and like I said, they're pretty true to size as well. So
how do you feel about like quiet factor? Do these, in your experience, like out when your legs are hitting each other, does it compare to these two as quiet?
Yeah, I think anytime you have like a polyester,
it's going to cut that noise.
It's going to cut the noise down a little bit. I didn't notice. I have had some polyester pants snag a little bit. I didn't notice that with this, so they'll create those little loophole snags, and I didn't notice that on this pant. This has some features where you can actually roll up the pant, and it has little snaps in there, so you could actually wear this as kind of a rolled up short option, which is kind of cool. Obviously, it's got zips on the cargo, and I think it has a total of 6 pockets on these pants, so there's plenty of room to stash gear, and so that's kind of a nice feature. Thing that's worth mentioning as well is this does have like a DWR finish on it.
Yeah.
So a water repellency finish. Both of these pants do. So you'll bead off if you get light moisture. If you're pushing, early morning dew, I think every one of these pants is going to get wet, and it's just a function of how quickly they dry.
But that DWR finish, that's what you're not going to see in that Sitka Ascent pant.
Yeah.
But you will notice that will dry so fast.
The nylon and spandex of this will dry faster.
It's incredible, you won't even notice it. But I mean, even just touching it here in front of me, you can notice that these two pants, the Granite Peak and the Ridge, they're going to be a hair quieter than the Sitka Ascent. But overall, I mean, a lot of features going into this King's Ridge pant.
Yeah,
a lot of pockets. If you like a really good organization in a pant, this is definitely one to consider.
And worth mentioning, this comes in lots of different camo options, and I believe one solid. Does it come in any solid?
I think three solids actually.
Okay.
Yep.
So you get a lot of variability in terms of camo and solids. I personally hunt with camo pants and solid pants. I don't think the animals really care if you're in solid or camo pants. But if that's a showstopper for you, this has lots of options for you. So.
What was your experience with this guy?
Man, I've worn the Granite.
You're wearing them right now.
I've got them on right now. The Granite Peaks, honestly, I've worn them for the last couple years, and aside from, they're a great hunting pant, but I wear them every single day.
I know. Every time I see you, you're in the Granite Peak or the Cottonwood.
So they have some cool features too. The makeup of this pant is almost the exact same as the King's. It's like a 90% polyester, 10% spandex. Granted, it is a little bit lighter. This one comes in at like 15 ounces, 18 ounces, 12 ounces. So
right in the middle there.
It's not
on the lower end.
Yeah, it's kind of right in the middle, in the sweet spot. They do have some zip pockets on the side to carry gear. I just love the overall weight. I mean, the fit of these. They have a slight taper to them, so they're super comfortable to wear. Nice deep pockets for gear. They've got a reinforced kind of crotch system, which I really like. So all in all, they do have the everyday knife carry feature as well. So overall, they do have, like we mentioned before, a DWR finish. I took these pants up on an Alaska bear hunt, and granted, I was wearing some Peaks gaiters with them, but I was rain every single day, and I had no issue with these pants.
That's awesome.
So really, it's become one of my favorite pants, and I think it's probably worth noting, this is the least expensive of all three of these.
It is.
So these, you can say
the Sitka is going to come in at about $200.
Yep.
The Ridge pants, I believe, are $120, and the Granite Peak are going to come in at $80.
$80, yeah.
So yeah, you see
bang for your buck.
Bang for your buck. It's awesome. And one thing I would note as well across this line of pants is that Sitka Ascent pant is a very lightweight pant. I don't know if I would consider taking that too far into mid-season. Once those temperatures start dipping, if you're not constantly moving, then you're going to notice a bit more chill. These two have a bit more material to take you into that mid to late season. From my own opinion.
Absolutely. I wear this pant well into October. I think I wore it on my last year mule deer hunt into November. So this, and I just didn't have these pants at the time, but this would, like to your point, would be the same. You're right. This is really an early season setup. Obviously, Sitka thinks through their whole lineup and says, okay, how does this integrate into a system?
Yep.
And so this pant is specifically designed for light, fast, early season, but then they've got the Apex, the mountain pants, you know, the Timberline, all these other pants that kind of fit into a system for later in the year. So in terms of just the lightweight options, these will range a little more into later seasons, but I don't think they'll be quite as comfortable if you're in really high heat on the front end. So.
Absolutely. Well, I think we've covered most of the features and really aspects that we like about each of these pants. Let us know if you have any questions below. If you've used these pants in the past and you have your own opinions, comment below. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching.